Hi, welcome to another episode of Bass Consulting Podcast. My name is Lauren Bass, and I am your host of the podcast. Thank you for coming back. We're going to start off with a few advertisements, get into today's episode, and go from there. Are you traveling or in need of some good entertainment? Taking a social media hiatus? Here's a great book recommendation for you if you enjoy erotic fiction short stories. Come With Me by Glenda Bass Jackson and yours truly, Lauren Bass. This book of 11 alluring short stories will keep you engaged and stimulated. Available on Amazon, the book is called Come With Me with a C. It's cold outside, and daylight savings has you dragging a bit more than usual. Add some pep in your step with LB's Chili Bar sauces. The bold, sweet heat flavor is vegan, gluten-free, and the sweet and tangy flavor excites your taste buds. Not much into cooking, but you want something hearty for dinner? Order some sweet and spicy chili. Available in 16-ounce jars, which is 2 servings. This chili is so filling and delicious that you won't want to get up off your couch. So check us out at lbschilibar.com. That's lbschilibar.com. So today's episode in Bass Consulting Podcast, we are talking about me, building Bass Empire. So Bass Empire is a collection of businesses that I have, and I'm really trying to not only change the path of my family with generational wealth, but also make an impact. So a lot of the businesses that I have are designed to make an impact in some form of fashion. With LB's Chili Bar, annually I participate in different service projects. When it comes to Bass Consulting, I'm using my skill sets to help others. I do have a restaurant concept that I don't talk about a whole lot because I'm not ready to launch it yet. But that's going to be amazing when I'm able to, get that going. And so I just kind of want to talk about things that I'm dealing with and managing as I build this empire, and kind of go a little bit more into some of the things that I'm working on. A big thing with building Bass Empire, I have to be comfortable with failure and change. The good thing about me is I'm comfortable with change because growing up, my family used to move a lot. We relocated a lot based on my dad's jobs. I relocated a lot between living with my mom in Florida, living with my dad in Georgia. So I'm just so comfortable with change. And I know for some people, especially entrepreneurs, you may be a risk taker, you may be interested in following your passion, but you're not always ready for that agility and flexibility that it requires to manage your business. And so for me, it's just a very easy thing to understand change. I'm so used to it. I'm very fluid with it. And I do think it helps me as I grow and develop new business opportunities. But it also helps me understand that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, like one of the things that I was trying to do with LB's Chili Bar, I was planning to release some new flavors. And I had to realize I'm not ready for that yet. And even though I wanted to, I had to realize that I don't have the customer base for that. So that actually was not a time that I needed to make a change. But moving around the country for my full-time career has made me make a multitude of changes that now has created a new business concept, which is the HSI Common App, Hispanic Serving Institutions, creating a college application to help Hispanic and Latinx students engage more with those HSIs and emerging HSIs that receive federal funding. But you have to be comfortable with change and failure. Let's not forget the failure piece. That piece is so important because you're not going to get entrepreneurship right the first time, the second time, maybe not even the third time. And you have to be resilient. I think with each time I failed, I learned a lesson that I was able to apply to the next event, like the next venture. And being comfortable with failure, something like not working out, it is not quite exactly what I was looking for, or it just was a complete flop, helps me grow as an entrepreneur, as a leader, as a creative. So I will say, like, when I think about some of my business failures, it's not always that the product wasn't good. It's that maybe I didn't have great marketing strategies for it, or I didn't have proper time to really market it. Back in 2013, I created a zipper accessory called the Grip Her. And so a lot of my work dresses have back zippers, and I live alone. And I was like, well, how am I supposed to put these dresses on if I can't zip it up? And I really got to the point where I was going to work with a sweater or a jacket on, and then I would have to ask a coworker, can you zip my dress? So after tinkering around with some things, I ended up coming up with this zipper accessory that worked, and I really liked it, and my friends really liked it, and I just started to create that into a business. But my numbers weren't right. I tried to pitch for Shark Tank. I think it was like in 2017. I tried to pitch for Shark Tank, but my numbers weren't right, and I just didn't have the ability to go as hard as I wanted to. And so I kind of consider the Grip Her a failure. It's something that I could bring back in time, but right now I had to let it go because it wasn't going to produce what I wanted it to produce. Another business venture that I let go that I would presume as a failure, put a cap on cancer. It actually was a collaboration between me and my mom. Her husband passed away with cancer, and she came up with this hat design where you could have a different color ribbon on the hat based on which cancer you were trying to support. And it would be great when people wanted to do runs and events and just really show their support for cancer research and things of that nature. And so I kind of had to put that one down after switching vendors. I didn't like the second vendor's quality of hats, marketing it well, just kind of me relocating didn't always allow me to stay with the same company to manufacture my hats. So I put it down, I counted it as a failure, but that too is something that I could bring back. But again, overall, you have to be comfortable with failure and change. I heard a phenomenal sermon that discussed nothing is wasted. 2022 has been one hell of a year for me. A lot of ups and downs, a lot of changes. It's just been one for the books. And hearing that sermon was so impactful that nothing is wasted, because the transitions that I've made this year are the only reason I was able to come up with the idea for the HSI Common App. So no matter how beat down I was feeling, how exhausted I was feeling, how burnt out I was feeling, at the end of the day, I came out understanding that there's a niche that I can fill. And that's what I'm working on. So I think that's something really great for everybody to understand. Nothing is wasted. All of the ups and downs and just all of your experiences are valuable and useful, and you just have to, pay attention to your perspective of it. I am about to transition from a dualpreneur to a full-time entrepreneur. And what that means is, as a dualpreneur, I am working a full-time job and trying to manage my business. And in 2023, it is my goal to become a full-time entrepreneur. That takes a lot of planning, and it takes me executing. I could plan all day. I have millions of notes and messages, and I have 3 phones full of notes in the notepad section. It's ridiculous. I know I'm sitting on a gold mine. The way how my mind works is just so fast and so crazy, and sometimes it's overwhelming for people. But at the end of the day, I have what I need, but I have to put in the time and the effort. And so I realized that I'm at the point where I do feel like my job or my career is in the way of the life that I want to build. And so I have started building it, but I know in 2023 I can get there. So it's going to be an amazing journey as I transition from being a dualpreneur, having a full-time job. And I always tell people my full-time job funds my business, and it does. So that's kind of how I'll know when I can take the leap, when I've saved enough money, when the things are aligned, where I'm like, all right, let's do it. So I'm not going to just jump out there without any sense of security, but it's just definitely important that in 2023, I take a chance on myself even more than I've already been doing. And then last but not least, finding your tribe. Man, I can't imagine trying to do this on my own. And I won't do this on my own. So I'm actually going to create a mastermind. And with that mastermind, it's going to be the Bass Consulting Mastermind Group. And I'm so excited for this opportunity to engage with some other entrepreneurs who are, like-minded, and we have a similar goal, and they can share their information with me. I can share my information with them, and we really just create this community. Are you a small business owner looking to make your first $100,000? Learn from and network and engage with other entrepreneurs with the same goals as you. For only $17 a month for 12 months, you can join a community of entrepreneurs looking to share their knowledge and learn from you. A supportive and engaging community filled with resources. This mastermind group is going to be pivotal in your 2023 plans. So to sign up and be notified when the 2023 Bass Consulting Road to $100,000 Mastermind is available, visit tinyurl.com/Bass Consulting. That's tinyurl.com/Bass Consulting. And last but not least, launching in fall 2023 is the Hispanic Serving Institute Common College Application, or for short, the HSI Common App. This is designed to help Hispanic and Latinx students research and apply to federally recognized HSIs and emerging HSIs, colleges and universities with the resources to best serve Hispanic and Latinx students. Sign up to receive information on the application release by visiting hsicommonapp.com under the Stay Up to Date tab. That's hsicommonapp.com. This is a great resource for upcoming freshmen and transfer students.